Well, yes, I'm sitting in a warm place in a tub, my son, but doesn't mean I didn't watch the races last night. Very impressed with Compass Rose DC. Let's rewind a little bit. I got a couple of minutes here in the morning. The kids are getting up. We're going to go to breakfast in a minute. I thought I would give everybody an update on what I've seen so far. Now, I wasn't at the barn this week. I got reports. I got horses looked at. We raced White Tiger and Locatelli on Monday. Locatelli, it was unfair for him to be in that class, but he didn't race that great. We got him scoped after, but 3 out of 5 for mucus. The good news is no blood. No blood of any kind. So put him in the right class, get him cleaned up, and I'm sure we'll be back to the results we were afforded when we first got him. White Tiger, somebody said a little flat. But guys, I told you he was going to be flat. You know, wanting him to not be short is not accurate. It just doesn't work that way. The horse hadn't raced for 2 weeks. And because if you rewind back about 5-6 starts, he did bleed a little bit through Lasix. We don't train him in between starts, right? Amy jogs him 4 or 5 miles a day, and then after the races were canceled on Monday, it was frigid temperatures. So to even try and attempt to train him on a hard track on Lasix in between a cancellation and his next race just made no sense, right? It didn't. Not to me. I wasn't going to do it. So I told everybody going into the race he was going to be short, and that's exactly what he was. He ran out of steam halfway down the lane. The horse was picked off for third and still raced great, but he was short. So I was happy overall with him. I had no complaints at all with the way he raced. Then we got to Tuesday. Compass Rose DC finally got that monkey off her back. Hertzog drove her great again. And she got up and won. 58. Now it was the bottom class or a low class, but still, mile and 58, 29 apiece on the end of it is a good mile for her. Then the only disappointment I think of this entire week, aside from Locatelli, you got to give the horse a wash in that class, was obviously Tortolindi. Now I had a number of emails say, "What's wrong with him? What's wrong with him?" Guys, maybe I didn't preface this well enough. This horse bled his last start, so he had to dry him up. Had to dry the horse up, so you can't train him hard in between starts. He's off 2 weeks and draws the 8-hole. He wasn't going to race great. He raced adequate, and I guess below adequate, because adequate would mean we made money, I suppose. But he raced, did the best he could. He finished up. He looked short also because he was, and that's going to happen. And I know we get spoiled, and especially I feel spoiled because our horses are racing virtually great every week for the most part. But you are going to have times, and people are like, well, we claimed him for 25, he's not racing good. Well, my answer to that, quite simply, is that's horse racing, first off. Secondly, we'll get him squared away. It's not like the horse is embarrassing himself out there. The horse got a second over trip and was 7th, but behind 3 horses, between 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, or whatever, behind those horses, and pretty close. I would imagine he trotted in 58. That's what a horse that bled, was off 2 weeks, and then drew the 8-hole would kind of look like. So the idea that there was something seriously wrong with Tortolindi is just not true. Just a bad night, bad post, coming off an unfortunate situation. He'll be better next week. I'll be there next week also. So hopefully we draw inside of 8 and get a favorable class, and I'll be there next week to drive Tortolindi. Now, it's nice here. It's cold in Ontario, probably cold where you're at for the most part. But I'll be going back home Monday afternoon, and I'll be going home Monday afternoon. Tuesday, I'm going to try and train some of the babies I want to go with. Wednesday's not going to be feasible. I have to be in Northfield Park Wednesday morning to train some horses. Wednesday afternoon, we're going to qualify. The plan is to qualify Matt's MVP and Granite Hill, Mama Knows Best, and I'm a Lovely Lady. Now, I'm going to give Walk on the Moon another couple of weeks. A little different situation there. And I don't think Kathy and I will be ready to qualify on Wednesday. I think Kathy with an eye is going to need a couple of schoolers. Remember, the first two horses I mentioned, Granite Hill and Matt's MVP, both schooled, qualified, and raced. They've seen the gate at racing speeds 3, 4, 5 times. Kathy and I never did. So she's going to need a couple of schoolers, likely a qualifier. So she's going to be a little bit behind. That'll give Voyage time to catch up and hopefully give those horses time to get out of the maidens. Wouldn't that be nice? So we'll see how they're schooling today. I'm not there, obviously, but we're schooling Granite Hill and Matt's MVP today. I want to get a good look at how they do today and get a report. Hi, bud. And get a report from Lauren. And then, in all likelihood, those horses will all be in the qualify next week. So that's where we stand right now. It is nice. Obviously, the weather is nice here. I'm in Mexico. I will be returning on Monday over to Northfield on Tuesday. And then, of course, we have the sale in Ohio coming up February 8th. So as it looks right now, the horses going to the sale, I would say a very good chance that Hill of Magic and Prairie Fire are going. I'd say those two for sure. The other three, I don't think they're going to be going. Kathy with an Eye, Voyage of Ice and Fire, and Granite Hill. Unless Granite goes out and looks terrible his first start, which I don't think he will. He looked really good the other day. I think if he goes out and just does his work the same as he's been doing his work, he'll be just fine. So that is that. Who we got in so far this week? No one. Oh yeah, we got Swan's Honey in Thursday at Flamborough Downs. Jason Ryan is going to be doing the driving. I don't really know why Travis picked off. Maybe he drives a lot of horses for Victor Putty. I don't know, but he definitely didn't pick the best horse. But he might have picked the horse who was best for him. So Globetrotting's blood is back to normal now. I believe Jason's taking her over for a stiff training mile on Monday. We have. Make no mistake, we got a lot of horses getting ready to race. Kings County is going to school on Friday. He trained great yesterday. James was super impressed with him. Captain Michael Dio is going to school on Friday. Bull Power is going to school on Friday, I believe. Mario's horses are going over to the track, either to school on Friday or train on Saturday. A lot of horses getting ready to go. So, with that, oh, that's not it. That's not all. I am bidding on a horse today on Gate. Now, a trotter that is going, that Linda Toscano's selling. 4-year-old, got 100,000 made. I don't think this is a Kings County type. I don't think it's a Locatelli type. I think this horse is a bit of a tweener in between Eldis Patrick and Locatelli. That class in there that does fill every week, this horse would fit. A very moderate qualifier, a good looking line, a good line to watch. But a mile and like 59 at the Meadowlands. I spoke to my brother who drove the horse twice. I spoke to Scott Zeron about the horse. They like the horse. We've come up with a price for the horse between Mark, Scott, and myself. What makes sense for the stable, what makes sense for us, because there are some classes for this horse in Ontario. And we are actively bidding on him up to a point. So if you want to be involved with that, drop me a line. Let me know. Bidding ends. Sale ends on this horse at noon today. So I will talk to you all soon. Hope you're having a great week. Obviously I am. Got time to just relax and chill out with my family, and my parents are here. Curtis is here. Some friends are here. It's been a very nice week so far. So we'll talk to you all soon. Take care.